Chase, when you look at being the starter again, what was it that kept you feeling positive or good, or what made you stick it through?
I think the biggest thing is just wanting to be part of this team. You know, I spent a lot of time here with these guys and, you know, with the people associated with the program, and I wanted to stay here and keep it going. And that's, you know, I'm happy and I'm fortunate that I did.
When you look at UConn's defense, what do you see? What do they do? Do they like to press? What blitz? What do they do?
They seem to do you know, one really thing that they do pretty well, and I think that's to play zone, and they're good at, you know, matching the guys. And I mean, they have a solid defense, so it's just a matter of us being able to go execute and stuff. And you know, I'm just ready to get out there and do it.
Do they play much man on the outsides or anything?
I haven't seen too much man yet, so haven't been practicing as much man right now. But we got to be ready for anything. So.
How do you get better as a quarterback without being able to get as many reps as the first team guy?
One thing that at least what I've done when I haven't been the number one guy is just trying to take as many middle reps as I can, and still preparing in the, you know, meeting room as if I was a starter. I think that's the biggest thing that I've taken from not being a starter. You still got to prepare and be ready if you were to go in. And that's what I've been doing, is just trying to take as many middle reps and still studying film as if you were the number one guy.
Is it weird? I shouldn't say weird. Is it different being in the huddle, knowing you're the starter, or is it the same as when you were coming in when it was 40-10?
I mean, as far as an execution standpoint, you're still expected to do the same. So as far as that standpoint, I think it's no different from being a starter to being a backup guy, because you're still expected to come in and move the ball and be productive. But as far as being more mentally, I think that obviously you know that you're the number one guy, and I mean, obviously knowing that you're going to have a little bit different sense and feel for things, and just like the way you feel about the game and things like that. But as far as an execution standpoint and knowing what you have to do and getting it done, I don't think so.
Did you think this moment would come for you where you get to start again?
I mean, I was unsure. I was hoping it would, but again, that was all up in the air depending on how coaches felt throughout the rest of the season, and I'm just fortunate that I did get the opportunity.
What was your family's reaction when you told them?
They were really excited, obviously. Yeah, they were extremely excited, and they still are. You know, I talk to them every day after practice and just let them know how things went and stuff. So they're really excited. And obviously, from my family's football background, you know, they know a lot about football in general, so they're very excited to for me to have this opportunity.
Have they been coming up to games?
They have, not as much this year as past. And again, my brother's actually playing right now. He's at Burns High School. And he's a senior, so with him, they go to his games on Friday nights. And sometimes it's tough to schedule conflicts, but they try to.
Will they be here this week?
This one I don't think so. I think they will be for senior day next week. So.
I read that you had thought of transferring after last season. Why stay?
Well, again, I had briefly considered it. I think obviously just looking generally at other options, but the reason again why I stayed is just because I wanted to be part of this team. I put in a lot of time and work with the guys here and the people associated with this program, and I want to stick around and to be able to be here if this opportunity was to arise.
When you watch games during the game on the field from the sideline, are you taking mental reps along with it, or are you trying to think like what you would do in that situation, how it would work for you?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, that's one of the biggest things that I've learned from being in that position, is that you still have to be involved in the game. Obviously, you're not taking the physical reps, but you have to get the mental reps and try and see what the defense is doing from a different viewpoint. And I think that's one thing that I definitely had to do, and I think it's helped me.
Chase, how about coming in at the end of these games? How much has that helped? Just getting your feet wet. You're not going in brand new on Saturday.
I think just that, just getting my feet wet. Just being able to get a few reps under my belt. In game from obviously because my last start was like 2 years ago. So I mean it's been a while. So it is good to just to get my feet wet and get in there and throwing the ball around a little bit. So
just when you look at obviously delivering the ball on time, how much of this contingent on receivers getting off the line, and does UConn press much where that could be an issue?
I mean, overall, it's an overall effort. We have to have the line do their job, get a good block. We have to be on timing with the snap. I have to take the right drop. We have to be on timing with the routes, everything. So it's generally everything. And we practice against different types of coverage. We practice against man, zone, and we have answers for those different types of coverage. So it's just a matter of fact of being on the same page and knowing what the defense is doing and being able to adapt and act accordingly.
What do you think your best asset is as a quarterback? What are the things you take pride in the most?
I would say one, I feel like I bring a sense of energy to the field, and I feel like I can transfer that to some of the other guys, and then the other just being able to deal the ball, get the ball out, and get rid of it to the different guys, and I think
Spread
that's
the ball around?
yeah, and just being able to. I mean, obviously, it's progression, and you got to go through your reads and things like that. But again, I think that those are two of the bigger things.